GerCollector is a car culture personality that has been gaining quite a bit of traction recently. He has an eclectic mix of hyper and supercars with the driving skill to back them. Interestingly enough, no one actually knows who he is because he's always wearing a helmet in his content. Through a network of friends, I was able to get in contact with him, and we had a chance to check out his underground compound in Germany. I'm not allowed to tell you where his place was, but all I can say is that it was in a suburban German neighborhood outside of a major city, completely nondescript. Everything about this bunker was built to be as discreet as possible. Even his neighbors have no idea this place exists.
This is the craziest thing about this collection. From the outside, on the street, it looks like this is just a single car garage. The garage door is not even that big, but it leads to this corridor, which goes to this elevator door. You think you're about to enter the garage, but it's another door. And now, we're in the garage. Well, I'm gonna have to say, this is the first time I've ever interviewed somebody with a helmet on. So this is gonna be very interesting, but I'm very excited to be here. So like, what is the theme or what's your goal here with this collection?
It's all about sharing my passion to cars. You know, I grew up with cars, so basically I have some cool motorbikes there in the back. I can quickly show you. That's how I learned everything. So if you check out here the orange one, this is how everything started, you know? And then...
That's your first, like, motorized vehicle?
Yes. And then next to that. So that was also directly petrol engine.
Get out of here.
And yeah, when I grew up a little bit more, then it was this one, the blue one, you know?
The Honda. What is this teddy bear thing?
It was basically more just as a joke, just for fun, you know, like driving around with a Lamborghini, and next to that I put the teddy bear, you know, because sometimes, especially here in Germany or in Europe, I would say like it's not like back in US where it's like, wow, amazing, you're driving a Lamborghini. It's more a little bit about, I would say like jealous, you know, but I realized when I had a teddy bear sitting next to me in a Lamborghini, people loved it.
It kind of makes light of it, and also it almost like diffuses people,
yes,
right? Because they see, okay, all right, this person is having a fun time,
yes,
they're doing something different.
Yes.
I think that's pretty cool.
One of my favorite cars here in the collection, to be honest. We have there in the back, we have a normal Fiat, and then here we have a little, let me say modification. If you come here in the back, you can actually see an open engine. Got a little bit more horsepower. It actually spit some good flames when it's like properly hot.
Wait a minute. This is not like this because you're showing off. It has to be like this?
It has to be like that, yeah, because you see there's another cooling here on the left, so you had to actually put it like this. And yeah, I mean, it's so fun to drive. It's so fun to drive. This is, I don't know if you ever heard about that.
No, I've never seen one before.
That's a BMW 328 from 1937. So basically, back in the days, it was a race car. So they were racing at the famous Nürburgring. We have on the other side another one in black.
So then, like, how did you learn about these cars?
This really takes a lot of time to understand. So on the one side, they are really easy to repair, but then on the other side, they are very complicated because less and less people are able to work on those kind of cars. And what I really like on that car is when they revealed the new M3, M4, everyone was wondering about the front, you know, because it had those. Right. And then when you look in front, you actually understand back in the days, BMW was like this.
it was the whole length.
Exactly, exactly. And in the beginning, a lot of people hated the new M3, M4. But I mean, nowadays, back in Europe, people love it.
That kidney grill is so big.
Yes, I know.
I feel like you almost need a bigger garage. Like, I'm surprised that this vehicle clears this sign.
It's like this.
Really?
It's really like...
It does clear.
And when I bought the car, I didn't think about it, The first time we drove it here in, I was like, oh, that is going to be tight. And then we realized it was like this. So it was like really lucky.
Yeah, you almost had to air out the tires just to get in, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because actually my plan was like to make a little bit higher, but yeah, that's impossible.
So then how is it that you're able to start cars in here? Like, did you design the ventilation to be able to
so
get rid of the fumes?
there's a ventilation here, there in the back, and there in the back. And because now we just put a complete new flooring some couple of weeks ago, so we have 2-3 more systems to get more cooling here in. But then it will be fine because it still needs to dry out a little bit.
Again, with the teddy bear theme.
Yes. Usually we have here where the 4x4 is parked, usually there's a 991 GT2 RS Mantai next to that. So that's why usually 992 GT3 RS, then the GT2 RS Mantai, and then we have the 991 GT3 RS. So it's the whole Porsche lineup. And then it's going all the way there with all the black cars. So there we got the E63 with almost 900 horsepower. So it's heavily tuned by Rentec a couple of years ago. Still one of my favorite daily cars, to be honest. I love it, especially when you put it in drift mode. Another kind of drift car, but it's actually more for the racetrack because you have so lot of aerodynamic downforce. This one is the P1 edition. So this was specially offered to the AMG 1 owners who were able to get this kind of P1 edition. Next to that, we have the...
Wait, so then you bought this first, and because you have this, you're able to buy that?
Yes, exactly, because thanks to our Europe regulations, everything was a little bit delayed with the AMG 1 because they had to develop the exhaust system from zero. So everything was a little bit delayed, and then AMG were offering for the AMG 1 owners this special edition. So as you can see, we have all those painted, hand-painted stars. Interior, so it's very exclusive, and I love this car.
First time, by the way, me seeing one of these in person. It's absolutely stunning, but what makes me happy is you actually drive this car.
Actually, I have driven this car more on the racetrack than on the public streets.
I think that's great because unfortunately, so many of these owners, they do not drive the AMG ones.
I know.
They just sit and they're collecting value.
I know.
But I feel like it's such a waste of engineering.
Yes.
Such a waste of an incredible machine.
And especially once you have experienced driving this car, there is hardly anything better in terms of speed, in terms of aerodynamics, in terms of the emotions, because inside what's going on in the interior, it's like out of this world. When the engine is pushing up to 11,000 RPM and you actually really feel like sitting in a proper F1 car. Yeah, now it's sitting on street legal tires because we are taking it for some track races in the next days. But when I'm on the racetrack, should be in the back, I'm running on slicks. When people ask me, what is your favorite car? I never really have an answer because all of the cars are so different. But when it comes to the racetrack, then this. Why this and not the AMG 1? It's about price. You know, in the end, for the AMG 1, you're paying triple the price. Still, the Senna is kind of destroying everything on the racetrack. It's such a perfect car. I love it. I love the design. It feels so light, and that's a really cool thing about the McLaren cars.
Do you do wheel-to-wheel racing? Do you have your racing licenses,
Yes.
like FAA racing licenses?
Yes. I just don't have time for proper racing.
But you are holding events.
Yes.
Where people can join you,
Yes.
where people can drive with you.
Yes.
And then it's not just on the racetrack.
Usually the very famous event is the GerCollector Track Day, which was held in the last years at Nürburgring. We are having like around 300 cars. Out of the 300 are like 50 hypercars. So I think this year we had over 10 Koenigseggs, 8 Paganis. We had over 60 992 GT3 RS. It was crazy, and everyone is enjoying that. It's a big event. You have manufacturers attending the event, such as McLaren, Bugatti, Koenigsegg, Pagani. So they are bringing their cars, and it's like a really big gathering nowadays. So then we also have a new event, the GerCollector Alpine Experience. That's the complete opposite. It's a very, very exclusive event, 20 cars only, and we are going to one of the best hotels in Austria and in Italy. So this year what we did is a Dolomites tour, and it's really about coming together, enjoying the driving, one of the best roads in the Dolomites. It's amazing to drive there, but then on the other hand, you have amazing food experience, nice wellness. So that's a whole package what we offer there.
Maybe it'll force some of these supercar collectors to bring their cars out.
Oh yeah.
And put some miles on them.
Oh yeah, 100%. So we got here Aventador SVJ Roadster. Next to that we have the Huracan Super Trofeo, which is a race car only. Next to that again, we have the Aventador SV Roadster. Usually we have the Ferrari F40 sitting here, which is currently in service. I just was driving it a couple of weeks ago, and also spending a lot of time with the car on the racetrack. Such a fantastic car. Next to that, we have my old Formula car and a tractor.
So then you used to race Formula cars?
Yes.
What series is this?
So that's F3. That's the old series of Formula 3.
So how long did you race Formula 3?
Couple of years. But as I said, never professional in any kind of way.
What's going on with this tractor?
That's an old-timer tractor. It's called Güldner, very famous in Europe. Some people, they have a big passion about old-timer tractors. Sometimes you would never think about the value, similar to Lamborghini and Porsche tractors. There's one parked here in the garage.
And then this is the
that's
really
a big one.
big.
That's a big one. So that's a bit difficult to fit that in the car.
Right, maybe in your G-Wagon.
Yeah, that would fit.
No collection is complete without an Isetta.
Exactly. Yeah, so much fun to drive this car.
It's amazing that you have an AMG 1 and you also have an Isetta.
Of course.
Probably one of the slowest cars you can drive
yes, 100%.
on the street, and also one of the fastest cars.
Yeah, another very fun car, C63 Black Series, perfect drift car, I always say. So here we got the 675 LT Spider. Next to that, usually the 675 LT Coupe, which is, as you can clearly see, also in service at the moment. Because now we are coming from the red corner, we are coming now to the orange corner. 675 LT Coupe is also usually in orange. And then next to that, we have the McLaren P1. When we are picking up a new car, the first thing what we do is directly bring it to one of the XPEL dealers, and they are going to install PPF on the car. For example, the G63 4x4, it's usually gloss black, but we put the XPEL Stealth PPF on the car, which is a matte protection film, and it turns out to be matte black. They offer the best products. And secondly, especially when you're talking about a McLaren P1, you're speaking about a high value. And in the end, you want to protect that car. You want to protect the paint. You want to protect the windshield. And that's the cool thing about XPEL, because they are offering so many products now. And I always recommend everyone to install a XPEL PPF on their cars.
Right, because you're taking these cars which were meant for the track,
yeah,
but if you do take it to the track without any paint protection,
Oh no, never,
it
never.
would completely just be destroyed.
I would never ever do that because it's simply destroyed. You immediately have stone chips, and no, I could never do that. I would feel so bad for the car. Back in the US, I don't think you have that. It's called the M3 GTS. So it was available for Europe only. It's limited to 135 cars. Prices are getting crazy nowadays, so more than double. Back in the days, the price was around 150,000 euros. Now we are talking more about 300,000 euros.
This is one of the last great analog driver cars.
Yes, yes.
I mean, it is the last one before BMW went all turbo.
No, I will show you in a second. There was another one, CRT.
Yes, the CRT, the one with the rear bucket seats.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But actually a lot of people, they don't know about that car because BMW, they never really announced the car. They never really showed the car. And the funny thing is, around Nordschleife, this car, the M3 CRT, was faster than the M3 GTS. It's crazy. I don't know how they managed that. I think they worked even more on the suspension. So yeah, it actually left the Nürburgring Nordschleife faster than the M3 GTS. Right. It's 4.4 liters, so it's exactly the same as the M3 GTS.
Got it.
Same power, everything the same. Everything on lightweight, especially if you take the hood of the M3 GTS and then of the CRT, it's half the weight because this is everything that's fully carbon. And yeah, I mean, in the end, M3 CRT, we are talking about 67 cars worldwide only.
And you have one of them.
Yes, and basically it's both the same chassis number, so both are having the chassis number 11. Yes, same with McLaren, we always have chassis number 150. Yeah.
And then the M4 GTS also.
Yes. For me personally, such an underrated car. It's missing, I would say, 50 horsepower to compete with the Porsche GT3 because the driving, the braking, the corner speed, it's so well balanced. But on the straight line, it's missing kind of a little bit power. But other than that, they're really a cool car.
And then you have a Z8.
Yeah, Z8, yes. James Bond spec.
I feel like these cars are so special, but maybe they're a little unloved. What a cool car.
Yeah.
How often do you get to drive this one?
Back in the days, actually quite a lot. This year, I think in summer, I was driving it like 2-3 times.
So then how do you maintain them? Do you do a lot of the work here or do you ship everything out?
It depends which kind of car. So now with the F40, now with the LT, now here with the SLR, you have to bring it to the dealers. But of course, when it's about changing the tires or some simple things, of course, we do it here. We have a lifting, so you can actually work on the cars. And as I just mentioned, here's usually the SLR 722 parked. The Sterling Moss just returned from its service and it got swapped, and so now the SLR is at the dealer and getting service.
Now this is another car. First time I've ever seen one in person.
Oh really?
It is so stunning.
Yeah.
Like, what a crazy car. So you actually have to drive this with a helmet on?
You don't have to, but I definitely recommend it.
So you don't take like a B to the eye or something?
Exactly. I mean, this helps a little bit, but only up to a certain speed, I would say, because you're getting the air here and then it's going over you. But of course, I would say like,
look at this.
yes, it's so tiny.
The cutest little windshield I've ever seen. It's so tiny.
It's so tiny, but it's interesting because it really helps a lot. Like everything what is around 100, 120, very easy. No need for helmet. You get some nice, fresh breathe. But everything which is above 150, well, I definitely recommend to wear a helmet.
What a cool car. You know you've driven this hard because of the coloring.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. It actually, I think it has like 14,000 kilometers on the clock. We did I don't know, did you ever heard about Miglia?
Yes.
So yeah, this legendary 1,000 miles race in Italy. We have done that with that car twice, also with the SLR twice. And it was fun because first of all, some days it was heavy rain. And yes,
With this?
Yes, and there was also one day where we were driving up the mountains and it was starting to snow. And that was very fun in the car.
So what do? Just drive faster?
Exactly, yeah. You shouldn't stop. Just drive. Keep on driving.
Right, that way it like pushes the rain over it.
Yeah, that was crazy experience.
What is this chassis based off of? Is it based off the SLR?
Yes, so it's kind of based on the SLR. Same engine, little bit modified compared to the SLR, but of course everything is more light.
Look at this. It's just so interesting for it just to have like an air intake right here.
Yeah.
But it's not on this side, only
Yes.
on one side.
Yeah.
So then, how long did it take to build this?
It actually took around 1.5 years, and we are talking about really like heavy, you know? So basically you can build a big house over there.
Right. So then, because we're so low underground, you actually had to build a car elevator to get the cars up and down.
Yes, it's actually quite simple. So you have here the gate, and yeah, you drive it, and then you basically open the gate here, you drive it in, and then there you got the elevator. And then, as you can see, you drive it up.
It's so funny to me because this looks just like a normal garage opening.
Yes.
Like you're about to drive onto the street.
Yes.
But in fact, it's actually a car elevator.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys reference, that's the level of the street up there. Why the helmet? Like, where did that even start?
You know, back in the days, I started with Instagram. It was always about sharing my passion to cars. And it was always just about cars. So when I started with Instagram, I only took photos as a, let me say, as a car spotter of cars. So on the streets, started a little bit with the private cars here. Everything became bigger. But again, for me, it was always important not to show myself or that people think it's about showing off, showing them, oh, look, I have this car, I have this car. I never wanted it like that. I never want it like this. So that's why I was like, okay, how is it possible to show yourself in front of the camera without, like, you know, properly showing? Because, yeah, once again, for me, it's everything about sharing the passion to cars. And
it's not about you.
Exactly.
It's about the cars.
Exactly.
The cars are the stars.
Exactly.
But I guess over time, inadvertently, it's kind of switched.
Yes.
You know, now people are interested in what you have to say about the cars, what you have to say about the cars behind the wheel.
Yes.
But you're still kind of keeping that identity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You're still kind of keeping it a secret.
Yes. Yes. Because for me, it's I just want to drive the cars. You know, I just want to drive the cars. I want to enjoy it. I want to have the community with me very close. You know. That's why we started with the events. You know, I participate at so many track days back in the days, but I was always like, I was never really happy, you know, because it was like, okay, cool, I spend another day on the racetrack driving lap by lap, but I was like, okay, I need to find something new. I want to offer something very special, and that's why I introduced the GerCollector track day. Same with the Alpine experience. It's an event which you cannot compare to any other event, I would say, because thanks to that we have very good partners which support the event. Also XPEL, of course, is supporting the event. So let me say, like, the participants, they get special discounts on their PPF installation, so you hardly have that at any kind of event, you know.
I'm assuming it also is helpful for you because you're still a car enthusiast through and through, and you still want to be able to enjoy these events, these races. So if you go to events like the 24 Hours at Nürburgring or Goodwood Festival Speed or Le Mans, people don't recognize you, right? Because you can go anonymous.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's probably something that maybe was a side effect of what you were originally thinking about, right? Did you ever think that your channel or your reach would get this big?
No, never. Because, again, it was just very simple. I uploaded a few pictures of cars, shared it. But after some time I realized it's getting bigger and bigger. Then here and there, some manufacturers, they approached me and I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I remember BMW, they were one of the first partners, and they just introduced the new M5. What was it? G90, I think. And it was like so amazing. It was like, wow, BMW want to work with me together. They want to hear my opinion, how I like. And that was the moment I realized that's what I'm living for, you know? That's what I really want to do, sharing this passion, really working on that.